Have you ever stopped to think that everything happening in your life right now might be part of a bigger plan? What if I told you that the universe is preparing something special just for you? Born under the sign of Gemini. It's no coincidence that you've come across this video today. There are 10 powerful changes already being aligned by the cosmos, and they will completely transform your future. You know that feeling that something big is about to happen, but you can't quite put your finger on it? That's not just your imagination. The stars are moving, the energies are reorganizing, and you, with your unique and dualistic personality, are about to enter a completely new phase of your life. Now pay close attention, because what I'm about to reveal might be exactly the answer you've been searching for. If you ignore these upcoming changes, you could end up missing incredible opportunities that destiny has prepared especially for you. But if you stay with me until the end, you'll discover each of these transformations and, most importantly, how to prepare to receive them in the best possible way. Because, you see, the universe isn't just throwing random things your way. Every event, every encounter, every challenge has a greater purpose. And for Geminis, this moment is even more special because you have this incredible ability to adapt, to learn quickly, and to see things from different angles. So relax, find a comfortable place, and let's discover together what the cosmos has prepared for your destiny. Change 1. The arrival of a new spiritual consciousness. The first major shift the universe is aligning for you is the awakening of a completely new spiritual consciousness. You know, when you spend years living on autopilot, doing things because you have to, following routines without questioning the meaning of it all? Well, that phase is coming to an end for you. The cosmos is bringing an energy that will make you start seeing life with different eyes, as if someone had removed a blindfold that had been covering your vision for a long time. You will begin to notice signs that previously went unnoticed. That number that always repeats when you look at the clock. That song that plays just when you're thinking about someone. That person who crosses your path at the exact moment you needed a word of comfort. All of this will make much more sense now. And look, this doesn't mean you'll become a different person overnight. It means you'll begin to reconnect with a part of yourself that has always been there, but that got somewhat forgotten in the rush of daily life. Geminis have this striking characteristic of being curious, wanting to learn about everything, and being interested in thousands of different subjects. And this new spiritual awareness will further amplify this exploratory nature. You will feel an enormous desire to understand the mysteries of life, to seek answers to questions you didn't even know you had. You might become interested in meditation, studying energy, the meaning of dreams, or how the phases of the moon influence our emotions. Or perhaps you'll find yourself talking to older people, wanting to hear their stories, the wisdom that only experience can bring. The important thing is that you will realize that there is much more between heaven and earth than we can see with our physical eyes. And you know what's most beautiful about all this? This transformation will happen naturally, without forcing anything. You don't need to pressure yourself or think you have to meditate for 3 hours a day or read 5 books a week. The universe will put exactly what you need in your path at the right time in the right measure. It could be a casual conversation with an acquaintance that plants an important seed in your mind. It could be a video you watch by chance that deeply affects you. It could be a very vivid dream that brings you a clear message about some situation in your life. Pay attention, because these doors are opening now. And when you begin to cultivate this new spiritual awareness, you will realize that many things that bothered you before will cease to matter. Those small worries, those silly fears, that need to control everything will gradually diminish. You will understand that you are part of something much bigger, that there is a perfect plan unfolding, and that sometimes we just need to trust and let go. Geminis tend to be very mental, constantly thinking, analyzing, questioning everything. And that's wonderful, but sometimes it tires the mind. This new spiritual awareness will teach you to balance your mind with your heart, reason with intuition. You will learn to listen to that inner voice that always knows the right path, even when logic says otherwise. And believe me, this will completely change the way you make decisions, how you relate to people, and how you see your own purpose in this life. Change 2. Transformation in relationships and true connections. The second change being prepared for you involves your relationships in a way you can't even imagine. The universe is doing a deep cleansing of your social circle. And this may seem scary at first, but it's one of the greatest blessings you can receive. You know, those friendships that no longer make sense, those people who only show up when they need something, those relationships that leave you tired instead of energizing you? Well, all of that is being reorganized by cosmic forces. And don't worry, because this transformation won't leave you alone. Quite the opposite. What's happening is that the universe is opening up space for true, deep, and meaningful connections to enter your life. You, as a Gemini, know very well how easy it is to make friends, to strike up a conversation with anyone, to adapt to different groups. This is one of your greatest qualities. But sometimes, precisely because of this ease, we end up accumulating superficial relationships, people who are around but don't really know who you are inside. And the time has come to change that. In the coming times, you'll notice that some people will naturally drift away from your life. A longtime friend might simply stop calling, you might feel less inclined to see certain people, and conversations that once flowed easily might now seem forced and empty. And that's okay, it's part of the process. Don't try to hold on to those who want to leave. Each person who leaves is freeing up space for something better to arrive. And look at this incredible thing that will begin to happen. You will attract people into your life who truly vibrate at the same frequency as you. People who understand you without you needing to explain much. People who genuinely support your dreams and projects. People who make you laugh, who inspire you to be better, who are present in difficult times without asking for anything in return. These are the connections that the cosmos is preparing for you. And I'm not just talking about friendships. This transformation will also affect your romantic and family relationships. If you are in a relationship, prepare for a phase of renewal and deepening. Conversations will become more genuine. You'll allow yourselves to be more vulnerable with each other. And you'll be able to resolve those issues that were always swept under the rug. And if you're single, the universe is preparing very special encounters. You might meet someone in a totally unexpected way, in a place you least expected. Or you might see someone who's been around for a while in a new light. The important thing is to be open and receptive. And in the family too, things will change. You'll be able to establish healthier boundaries with those relatives who always invade your space. You'll be able to reconnect with family members you'd lost touch with. You'll better understand the wounds and traumas that come from previous generations, and this will help you heal many things within yourself. Because, you see, every person who crosses our path is a mirror of something that exists inside us. And when we change inside, when we evolve, our relationships also need to evolve along with us. Some will grow and become even stronger. Others will need to end so that both can follow their own paths. And that's okay, it's part of the journey. So don't be afraid of these changes in your relationships. Trust that the universe knows exactly what it's doing. The right people will stay. The wrong people will leave. And amazing new people will arrive. You just need to keep your heart open. Always be yourself, and let the magic happen naturally. Change 3. Discovering hidden talents and gifts. The third change that the cosmos is aligning for your future is something that will greatly surprise you. You will discover talents and abilities you didn't even know you had. That's right, there's enormous potential within you that's dormant, waiting for the right moment to awaken. And that moment is arriving now. You know those things you've always been curious about but never allowed yourself to try? That musical instrument you'd like to play, that foreign language you find beautiful, that craft that fascinates you. That skill you admire in others but think you don't have the knack for? Well, get ready, because the universe is going to gently nudge you to explore these areas. And when you start, you'll be surprised at how easily you'll learn. Geminis have this incredible characteristic of being versatile, of being able to adapt to new things quickly, of having an agile mind that absorbs information like a sponge. And now this natural quality of yours will be amplified even more. You'll realize that you learn things faster than you imagined, that you can make connections between different subjects in a creative and unique way. You might discover a talent for writing and begin to put your thoughts on paper in such a beautiful way that even you will be moved. You might pick up a paintbrush for the first time and create something that impresses everyone. You might start cooking and discover flavor combinations that no one had thought of before. You might have a natural gift for helping people, for listening and giving wise advice, for healing through words or hands. The possibilities are endless. And the most beautiful thing is that these talents will emerge organically in your life. You don't need to go searching desperately. They will reveal themselves through everyday situations, unexpected invitations, opportunities that will appear as if by magic. And do you know why this is happening now? Because you are entering a phase of life where the universe wants you to truly shine, to show the world who you really are, to use your gifts to make a difference. For a long time we learn to fit into boxes, to follow what others expect of us, to hide parts of who we are because we are afraid of being judged or rejected. But the time has come to break with that. The time has come for you to allow yourself to experiment, to make mistakes, to try again, to discover what makes you vibrate with joy. And look, these talents that you will discover are not just for your own pleasure. They have a greater purpose. They can be the beginning of a new career, a project that will bring extra income, volunteer work that will impact many lives, a legacy that you will leave for future generations. So when you feel that inner calling to try something new, don't ignore it. Even if your logical mind tries to convince you that you are too old, or that you don't have time, or that it won't work. These are just excuses born of fear. The truth is that it's never too late to discover who you really are and what you are capable of. And Geminis, with all their versatility and natural curiosity, have everything to excel in very different areas. You don't have to choose just one thing and stick to it forever. You can explore various paths, develop multiple skills, be good at completely different things. That's not being scattered, that's being well-rounded. So embrace this change with enthusiasm. Let the inner child within you come out to play, experiment, create without fear of judgment. Because that's exactly where the magic happens, when we allow ourselves to be authentic and free. Change 4. Financial expansion and material abundance. The fourth change the universe is preparing for you has everything to do with prosperity, money, and material abundance. And before you think this is superficial or that spirituality has nothing to do with money, let me explain something important. Money is energy. It's a tool that allows us to live more peacefully, help those we love, and fulfill our dreams. And the cosmos wants you to live in abundance, to have enough resources to do everything you want without constantly worrying. In the coming times, you will notice a significant change in how money flows in your life. It may start with small things like that debt you finally managed to pay off, that unexpected money that arrives when you need it most, that job opportunity that appears out of nowhere. And little by little, these small manifestations will grow and transform into larger and more lasting changes. The universe is opening paths for you to increase your income, whether through your current job, a business you're going to start, a promotion you've been waiting for, or income sources you never even imagined existed. And you know what's even more interesting? This financial expansion won't happen by chance. It's directly linked to the other changes we're talking about here. When you awaken spiritually and better understand your purpose, when you discover your talents and start using them, when you surround yourself with the right people who support and inspire you, things naturally start to fall into place in the material side of life as well. Geminis have a very creative mind and an incredible ease in finding innovative solutions to problems. And these qualities will be fundamental for you to take advantage of the financial opportunities that are coming your way. You'll have brilliant ideas on how to make money doing what you love. You'll see possibilities where other people only see obstacles. You'll be able to communicate so well that people will want to invest in your projects, buy what you offer, hire your services. But there's a very important detail in this change. To receive this abundance, you need to work on your mindset regarding money. If you grew up hearing that money is the root of all evil, that rich people don't go to heaven, that making money is difficult and painful, you need to start deconstructing these limiting beliefs right now. Because the universe wants to give you something, but you need to be prepared to receive it. It's as if you have a wonderful gift waiting for you, but you keep your hands closed and can't reach it. So open your hands, open your heart, open your mind to the possibility of living in abundance. Start seeing yourself as a prosperous person, deserving of good things, capable of generating wealth and managing it wisely. Visualize money entering your life easily and fluidly. Be grateful for the good things you already have, however small they may be, because gratitude is a powerful magnet for attracting more blessings. And when the money starts to come in, use it consciously. Of course, you can and should treat yourself by those things you've always wanted, live comfortably. But also think about how you can use part of this abundance to help other people, to invest in yourself, in education, health, experiences that will make you grow. Because the more you circulate money, the more it comes back to you multiplied. This is a universal law that always works. And don't worry thinking you don't have the ability or knowledge to handle more money. The universe wouldn't give you this opportunity if you weren't ready. You will learn what you need along the way. You will find the right people to guide you. You will develop the wisdom necessary to make good financial decisions. So take a deep breath and prepare to receive. Because the abundance that is coming is not just to solve your problems, it's to give you freedom, security, and the possibility of living the life of your dreams. And you deserve all this and much more. Now I need to take a quick break here to ask you something very important. If you're enjoying this content, if these words are making sense to you, if you feel this message arrived at the right time in your life, then please subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell. That way you won't miss any new videos, and you'll continue receiving these messages that the universe has for you. And also, take the opportunity to leave a comment here about where you're watching from. I love knowing that our messages reach people in different places, forming this beautiful network of light and positive energy. And if the content of this channel truly touches your heart, if you feel that these words help you, inspire you, and make a difference in your life, consider becoming a supporter of the channel. Your contribution helps us continue producing this content with care and dedication for you. Every bit of support, no matter how small, makes a huge difference and shows that we're in this journey together. Now let's continue because there's still a lot of important stuff to talk about regarding your future. Change 5. Healing old emotional wounds. The fifth change the cosmos is preparing for you is one of the most profound and transformative. The healing of emotional wounds you've carried for a long time, perhaps even since childhood. Those pains that have been kept deep in your heart, those resentments you've tried to forget, but that continue to hurt when you least expect it. Those traumas that have shaped your way of seeing the world and relating to people. All of this is about to be healed in a way you never imagined possible. And look, I know that talking about pain and healing might seem heavy, but it's quite the opposite. This change is coming to liberate you, to remove the weight you've carried on your shoulders for so long, to allow you to live more lightly and happily. The universe is bringing situations, people, and opportunities that will help you look at these wounds with courage and compassion. It could be through therapy that you finally decide to begin. It could be through honest conversations with people from your past, where you can understand and forgive each other. It could be through self-knowledge practices such as meditation, therapeutic writing, and energy work. Or it could simply be through moments of deep reflection where you can reframe everything you've experienced and understand that those difficult experiences have brought you to where you are today, stronger and wiser. Geminis tend to be very good at intellectualizing things, at analyzing and understanding situations through their minds. But emotional wounds also need to be felt and processed by the heart. And that's the part that can be most challenging for you, because it means allowing yourself to be vulnerable, to cry those tears that have been held back for years, to feel that anger that you always push down because you thought it wasn't right to feel it. But that's exactly where true healing lies. When we allow emotions to flow naturally without judgment, without trying to control everything all the time. And I want you to know something very important. You are not alone in this process. The universe is supporting you all the time. Spiritual forces are guiding and protecting you. And even if you don't see them, there are angels, guides, ancestors, and energies of light working in your favor during this healing process. So don't be afraid to dive deep within yourself. Don't be afraid to face those monsters that have been hiding in the closet for so long. Because when you turn on the light and truly look at them, you realize they aren't as scary as they seemed. They are just parts of yourself that needed to be seen, heard, embraced, and loved. And as you do this healing work, you will notice incredible changes in your life. That fear of rejection that prevented you from being yourself will diminish. That need to please everyone all the time will give way to a beautiful and liberating authenticity. That difficulty in trusting people will transform into an ability to create true and healthy bonds. That pattern of always choosing relationships that hurt you will be replaced by more conscious and loving choices. And the most beautiful thing of all is that when you heal your own wounds, you end up healing the wounds of the people around you as well. Because the energy of healing expands, multiplies, and touches everyone who comes into contact with you. Your children, if you have any, will benefit immensely from this process, because you will break patterns that have been repeated from generation to generation. It will teach them healthier ways to deal with emotions, to relate, to love. And that's a valuable gift that will continue to make a difference long after you're no longer here. So face this change with courage. Yes, it may hurt at first. Stirring up old wounds always hurts a little. But it's a pain with a purpose, a pain that is taking you somewhere better. And on the other side of this process, a more whole, more peaceful version of yourself awaits you. More ready to live fully and enjoy all the blessings the universe has prepared. Healing is possible, my dear. And it's happening in your life right now. Change 6. Renewal of health and vital energy. The sixth change the universe is aligning for you has to do with your physical health, your vital energy, and your overall well-being. After perhaps neglecting your body for so long, always putting the needs of others before your own, living in stress and rushing around, the time has come for a profound renewal in this area of your life. And this is no coincidence. The cosmos knows that to enjoy all the other blessings that are coming, you need to be healthy, energetic, and have the disposition to thrive. What good is financial abundance if your body is too tired to enjoy it? What good is discovering new talents if you don't have the energy to develop them? What good are wonderful relationships if you don't feel good about yourself? That's why this change is so important and necessary. You will begin to feel a natural desire to take better care of yourself. You may suddenly feel like eating healthier, not out of obligation or a strict diet, but because your body is asking for foods that truly nourish you. You might feel the need to move more, to walk, dance, stretch, practice some activity that gives you pleasure, and at the same time strengthens your body. You might realize you need to sleep better, respect your rest times more, create a sleep routine that truly leaves you refreshed. Or you might finally decide to see that doctor you've been putting off, get those necessary exams, take care of that health issue you've been ignoring. And all this will happen in a way that won't seem like a sacrifice. Because when change comes from within, when the universe itself is propelling you forward, things flow naturally. Geminis sometimes have a tendency to live too much in their minds and forget a little about their bodies. They think about 1,000 things at once, planning, analyzing, worrying, and end up not paying attention to the signals their bodies give them. That back pain that becomes chronic because you don't stop to rest. That neck tension that increases more and more because you accumulate stress. That constant tiredness that you attribute to age but is actually your body crying out for help. But now you will learn to listen to these signals better. You will develop a deeper connection with your body. You will understand that it is your sacred temple, the vehicle that allows you to live all the experiences in this life. And you will begin to treat it with the love and respect it deserves. And you know something beautiful that can happen? Those health problems that you thought you would have to live with forever can begin to improve. Because when we change our energy, when we raise our vibration through emotional healing and spiritual awakening, the physical body also responds. There are impressive cases of people who have had incredible improvements in conditions that doctors said were impossible to reverse. I'm not saying you should abandon medical treatments, quite the contrary. Medicine is an important tool and should be used. But in conjunction with this medicine, energetic and spiritual work can work miracles. So start taking better care of yourself today. Drink more water because our body needs it to function well. Breathe more consciously, taking deep breaths that oxygenate your entire body and calm your mind. Expose yourself to the sun for a few minutes every day, because sunlight is essential for our physical and emotional health. Move your body in some way that gives you pleasure, even if it's just a short walk or some stretches when you wake up. And above all, stop demanding so much of yourself. Stop comparing yourself to others. Stop thinking you're not good enough. Because all this mental stress transforms into physical tension and ends up making your body sick. When you learn to accept yourself, to love yourself as you are, to have more compassion for yourself, your health automatically improves. You will notice that those unexplained pains begin to disappear. That you wake up more energetic. That you can do more things without getting so tired. That your appearance becomes better, younger, more radiant. Because true health is reflected in our appearance, in our glow, in our energy. So embrace this change with joy. See it as an opportunity to be reborn, to create a new relationship with your body, to live with more quality and energy, to enjoy all that life has to offer. Change 7: Mental clarity and assertive decision-making. The 7th change that the universe is aligning for your future is something that will bring enormous relief. Mental clarity and the ability to make decisions much more assertively and confidently. You know that confusion that sometimes takes over your mind when you have to decide something important, and you're wavering between several options without knowing which is best? Or that anguish of not knowing which path to follow, which choice to make, whether to go right or left? Well, that's about to change significantly in your life. The cosmos is gifting you with a mental clarity you've probably never experienced before. It's as if someone is clearing away all that fog that was preventing you from seeing things clearly. And suddenly, decisions that once seemed so complicated will become obvious, simple, and easy to make. You will know exactly what to do in each situation, what the right path is, and which choices align with your greater purpose. And this isn't because you'll become a genius overnight, but rather because you'll be more connected to your intuition, your inner wisdom, and the guidance the universe is constantly sending you. Geminis have very active and quick minds, which is wonderful for processing information, learning new things, and making interesting connections between different ideas. But sometimes this accelerated mind can become a problem, because you think about so many possibilities at the same time that you end up paralyzed, unable to choose any. It's that old story of someone who has too many options and sometimes ends up choosing nothing because they're in perpetual doubt. But this phase is ending for you. The clarity that's coming will help you filter all this information and possibilities, focusing on what really matters and discarding what is a distraction or a waste of time. You will develop an impressive ability to get straight to the point, to see the essence of situations, to separate the wheat from the chaff. And you know what's most interesting? This mental clarity doesn't just apply to practical day-to-day matters, like deciding what clothes to wear or what to cook for lunch. It mainly applies to the big decisions in life. That career change you've been thinking about for a while, but haven't had the courage to make. That relationship you're unsure whether to continue or end. That financial investment you're considering, but are afraid you'll regret. That city move that attracts you but also scares you. All these big and important questions will become much clearer in your mind. You will be able to weigh the pros and cons in a balanced way, without being carried away solely by emotion or solely by reason. You will be able to listen to your intuition and trust it, even when it leads you down paths that other people don't understand or approve of. And you will have the courage to act according to your decisions, without questioning yourself and regretting it later. Because one thing is to have clarity about what to do, another thing is to have the courage to do it. And the universe is giving you both together, clarity and courage. You will realize that when you make a decision aligned with your purpose, things begin to flow almost magically. The right doors open, the right people appear, the necessary resources emerge. It's as if the entire cosmos conspires in your favor when you're on the right path. Conversely, when you try to force something that's not aligned, things simply don't move forward, obstacles appear one after another, and you feel that inexplicable inner discomfort. This mental clarity that's emerging is also an internal compass that will always guide you in the right direction. To cultivate and further strengthen this clarity, some practices can greatly help. Moments of silence and stillness, where you disconnect from all external distractions and simply stay with yourself, listening to your thoughts and feelings. Writing is also a powerful tool for organizing ideas, putting everything in your head on paper, and seeing things more objectively. And above all, trusting yourself. Because deep down you always know the right answer. Sometimes it's just a matter of stopping seeking external validation and looking inward with honesty and courage. Change 8. Reconnecting with your inner child. The 8th change that the cosmos is preparing for you is something extremely special and transformative. The reconnection with your inner child. That part of you that was once pure, spontaneous, curious, full of dreams and joy for life. That child who played without worrying about what others would think, who laughed loudly, who asked questions about everything, who believed in magic and infinite possibilities. Over the years, as we grow and face the responsibilities of adult life, we leave that inner child somewhat forgotten inside. We learn to be serious, well-behaved, practical, realistic. And of course, all of this is part of maturing and becoming a responsible adult. But the problem is when we completely lose contact with that childlike essence, when life becomes only obligation and ceases to have lightness, playfulness, spontaneity. And that is exactly what is about to change in your life. The universe is creating situations that will reconnect you with that child that exists within you. You may begin to remember things from your childhood that you had forgotten a long time ago. That favorite game, that place you loved to go, that special person who made you feel safe and loved. These memories aren't returning by chance. They are keys unlocking parts of yourself that have been kept hidden. And when you reconnect with your inner child, magical things begin to happen. You start to feel that pleasant excitement for simple things again. You start to marvel at the little things in life that previously went unnoticed. A beautiful flower on the path. A bird singing. The smell of rain. The taste of ripe fruit. It seems silly, but it's these simple things that bring true happiness. The kind that doesn't depend on great achievements or material things. You'll also feel like playing again, doing things without practical use just because they give you pleasure. You might feel like drawing even if you're not an artist. Dancing in the living room when a good song plays, without caring if anyone is watching. Making soap bubbles. Jumping in puddles when it rains. Laughing at silly jokes. Watching that movie or cartoon you loved as a child is perfectly fine. And it's okay to do those things. In fact, it's not only okay, it's extremely important and healthy. Because when we allow ourselves to be children again from time to time, we relieve stress, recharge our energy, and remember what's truly important in life. Geminis, by nature, already have this characteristic of maintaining a certain youthfulness, that curiosity and open mind reminiscent of a child. But even so, this essence is often hidden beneath layers of responsibilities and worries. And now is the time to let it shine again. Reconnecting with your inner child also means healing the wounds you suffered during that phase of life. If you went through difficult situations in childhood, if you didn't receive the love and care you deserved, if you were criticized or rejected, it's time to give that child everything they didn't receive back then. How? By becoming the adult they needed by their side. By giving yourself words of encouragement and affection. By protecting yourself from situations and people that harm you. Respecting your limits and needs. Celebrating your achievements, however small. Being patient and understanding with your mistakes and imperfections. This may seem strange at first, this idea of caring for the child within you. But believe me, it works powerfully. There are techniques where you visualize your inner child, talk to them, hug them, promise that now you will take good care of them. And these practices have a profound effect on emotional healing and the recovery of the joy of living. And the most beautiful thing is that when you are connected with your inner child, you automatically become a better person to be around. Lighter, more fun, more authentic. People will notice this change in you and will feel good around you. Because everyone carries an inner child within them. And when yours is free and happy, it gives permission for the inner child of others to manifest as well. So don't be ashamed to play again, to dream big, to believe in things that logic says are impossible. Because it was precisely this ability to dream and believe that brought you this far. And it is this ability that will take you even further. Change 9. Strengthening spiritual protection. The ninth change that the universe is aligning for you is something that will bring you much security and tranquility. The strengthening of your spiritual protection. Perhaps you haven't thought much about it before, but there is a whole spiritual dimension that surrounds us all the time, energies that circulate, forces that act, and it is very important to be spiritually protected to walk through life safely. And the cosmos is realizing that you are ready to receive a higher level of protection, because all the changes happening in your life require you to be shielded against negative energies, against envy, against the evil eye, against any kind of influence that could hinder your progress. In the coming times, you will notice that certain situations that previously affected you deeply will begin to slip away from you without leaving marks. That person who always managed to irritate you will no longer have the same power over you. Those heavy environments that left you exhausted will affect you less and less. That feeling of being energetically attacked by someone who doesn't wish you well will diminish until it disappears completely. And this is not because people have changed or because the world has become nicer. It's because you're developing a stronger spiritual protection, an energetic shield that keeps you safe and balanced even in the midst of chaos. Geminis, being very social and interacting with many different people, end up being exposed to all kinds of energy. And these energies aren't always positive. Sometimes we encounter someone who is full of negativity, bitterness, envy, and without even realizing it, we end up absorbing some of it. That's why it's so important to strengthen your spiritual protection. And there are several ways to do this. The most important of all is to keep your own energy high. When you are at peace, when you are grateful for the blessings in your life, when you cultivate positive and loving thoughts, your vibration naturally rises. And negative energies simply can't stick to you because they vibrate at a much lower frequency. It's like trying to mix oil and water, it doesn't work. So the first step to being spiritually protected is taking care of your own energy. But in addition to that, you can use tools that help with this protection. It could be a prayer you say every day asking for protection for yourself and your family. You can use certain crystals that have protective properties. You can light a white candle and visualize a light surrounding you. You can take purifying herbal baths. You can ask your angels, spiritual guides, and ancestors for help to always protect you. The important thing is that you do this with faith, with intention, truly believing that you are protecting yourself. Because belief is a powerful force that activates these protections. And there's something very important too. You need to learn to cleanse your energy regularly. Just as we shower every day to cleanse our physical body, we also need to cleanse our energetic body. A bath with coarse salt, for example, is a simple and powerful way to cleanse the negative energies you absorb during the day. Or you can simply visualize a white or golden light entering through the top of your head and descending throughout your body, cleansing and purifying everything. The universe is also placing people and situations in your path that will teach you more about spiritual protection. You may meet someone who understands these matters very well and who will pass on valuable knowledge to you. Or you might feel drawn to studying this on your own, reading books, watching videos, seeking information. Trust these impulses. They are not random. They are the universe guiding you to learn what you need to better protect yourself. And don't be afraid of these things of the spiritual world. Many people grow up hearing that they can't mess with it, that it's dangerous, that it's evil. But that's not true. The spiritual world exists whether we want to believe it or not. And the more knowledge we have about it, the more power we have to navigate it safely. It is ignorance that is dangerous, not knowledge. So embrace this change. Learn about spiritual protection. Develop your own practices and rituals. Create a strong shield around you. And that way you will be able to walk through life with confidence, knowing that you are supported, protected, and safe, no matter what happens in the world around you. Change 10. Discovering and fulfilling your life purpose. And finally, we arrive at the 10th and final change that the universe is aligning for your future, and it is simply the most important of all. The discovery and fulfillment of your life's purpose. That question that every human being asks themselves at some point. Why am I here? What is my role in this world? What mark did I come to leave? These profound and essential questions will finally have a clear answer for you. And it's not an answer that comes only from the head. It comes from a much deeper place, from the soul, from that place where you simply know, without needing proof or logical explanations. All the other 9 changes we've talked about so far are, in fact, preparing you for this 10th change. Spiritual awakening, healing emotional wounds, discovering your talents, financial abundance, true relationships. All of this is leading you to the fulfillment of your purpose. Because to fulfill your mission in this life, you need to be whole, healthy, balanced, protected, and with mental clarity. And the universe is taking care of putting all these pieces in place so that you can finally shine in the fullness of what you came here to do. Your life purpose isn't necessarily something grand that will change the whole world. Can be, but it doesn't have to be. Sometimes the purpose is something seemingly simple but profoundly meaningful. It could be raising your children with love and awareness, breaking harmful family patterns, and leaving a legacy of emotional health for future generations. It could be using your artistic talents to bring beauty and inspiration to people. It could be working to help others in some way, alleviating suffering, bringing comfort, offering guidance. It could be developing a business that not only brings you prosperity, but also generates jobs and positively impacts the community. It could simply be being a presence of light wherever you go, spreading love, understanding, and compassion wherever you pass. What matters is not the size of the purpose in the eyes of the world, but its meaning for your soul. Geminis, with all that versatility and interest in varied subjects, sometimes have difficulty finding a single purpose. And you know what? Maybe your purpose isn't unique. Perhaps you are here to do many different things, to touch people's lives through diverse paths, to be a bridge between different worlds. And that's perfectly fine. You don't need to fit into a mold, you don't need to have a ready answer when someone asks you what your purpose is. Because purpose is something alive that evolves, that transforms as you grow and develop. In the coming times, you will begin to receive very clear signs about which direction to follow. These will be those coincidences that happen repeatedly, and that you can no longer ignore. These will be opportunities that arise out of nowhere and seem tailor-made for you. These will be those moments where you are doing something and feel such great joy, a sense of being in the right place doing the right thing, that you simply know you are aligned with your purpose. Pay attention to these signs. Don't ignore them or undervalue them. The universe is constantly trying to guide you, but you need to be receptive, open, and willing to follow the guidance you receive. And when you finally find your purpose and begin to live it fully, everything changes. You wake up every day with enthusiasm, with a desire to live, with that feeling that your life has meaning. Problems that once seemed enormous become small because you have something greater to live for. Other people's opinions cease to affect you because you are sure of your path. And a deep peace settles in your heart, because you know you are doing exactly what you came here to do. So don't rush. Trust the process. Sometimes the journey to discover your purpose is as important as the purpose itself. Every experience you live, every person you meet, every joy and every pain, Everything is shaping you and preparing you to fulfill your mission. And when the right moment arrives, when you are completely ready, the doors will open in a way that will leave you speechless. And you will look back and understand that everything made sense, that every step was necessary, that the universe has always been guiding you with love and wisdom. So take a deep breath and be grateful for being alive, for having come this far, for being about to enter the most meaningful and fulfilling phase of your life. And we've reached the end of this very special video. I sincerely hope these words have touched you in some way, that they have brought hope, clarity, and positive energy to your life. The 10 changes that the universe is aligning for the future of Gemini are real and are happening now. You don't need to do anything extraordinary to deserve them. You just need to be open, receptive, and willing to allow these transformations to happen naturally. Trust the process. Trust the perfect timing of things. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be, and that everything is unfolding according to a greater and wiser plan than we can comprehend. The stars are in your favor. The cosmic winds are blowing in the direction of your dreams. And you, with all your versatility, intelligence, and adaptability, have everything to not only receive these changes, but to take full advantage of them and create a truly extraordinary life. So tell me one thing. Which of these 10 changes touched you the most? Which one are you most hoping will happen in your life? Are you already feeling some of them beginning to manifest? I'd love to know what you're experiencing, so leave your experiences, expectations, and feelings in the comments. And if you're not yet subscribed to the channel, now is the perfect time to hit that subscribe button and activate the bell. That way you'll continue receiving these messages that the universe has for you, and stay connected to this energy of transformation and growth. And if the words on this channel truly make a difference in your life, if you feel that these messages help you walk with more awareness and purpose, consider becoming a supporter. Your contribution, however small, helps us continue creating this content with dedication and love for you. Always remember, you are powerful, you are capable, you deserve all the blessings the universe has prepared. Don't let fear, doubt, or negative voices stop you from achieving everything your heart desires. You were born to shine, to make a difference, to live fully. And these 10 changes are just the beginning of an incredible journey unfolding before you. So go for it with faith, with courage, knowing that you are not alone on this path. The universe is with you always. And I'm here too, on the other side of this screen, rooting for your success, your happiness, and the fulfillment of all your dreams. A huge hug to your heart. May the light always illuminate your path. And until the next video,